Welcome back to our practice assignment series. Today we're going to be doing drawing 2.4, the pump gasket. So stay tuned. Alrighty, so today we're going to be doing drawing 2.4, the pump gasket. Today is a kind of a little bit tricky of a drawing. Again, this second packet is to kind of make you read between the lines and kind of get stuck in some drawings that maybe aren't like spoon-fed or just kind of handed to you. So let's go ahead and jump over into the drawing and we will see what we got. So over in Onshape, I have this saved as a tab. You can see down here at the bottom in our document we're going to be doing. But this is what we are going to do today. So let's kind of take a look at everything. This is kind of what the final shape will look like. And our question of the day is, what is the area of the final shape? It is in units, so we'll be finding it in square inches. Like obviously that's going to be our area, square inches. And it's a lot of circles, but the biggest thing on this is kind of tackling this from a centralized kind of origin point. So this part right here, everything's kind of based off of construction lines, and you got to make sure that you follow accordingly. So let's jump into our part studio and we will get started. All right, so once we are in Onshape, we're going to start on the front plane. So we'll select our front plane, Shift and S to start our sketch, N to normalize, and P to hide our planes. First thing I want to do is start with some construction lines. So I'm going to press the letter Q, and I'm actually going to come over here and click the midpoint line, because it's going to give us, you'll see, two directions, and we'll go out just like so. So we have kind of our cross to start. While I'm still in the construction line, I want to press the letter C, and I'm going to start, and we're going to do that outside diameter of 5.5, and that's going to be our where our holes are going to be patterned along. Next thing I need to do is draw a line from that origin up to here to where it coincides with that circle. So it's always going to kind of follow along that path like so. Next thing I need to do is dimension that, and I'm going to tell it from here to here needs to be an angle of 45. And now I can start drawing those circles for those bolt holes kind of to start. So I'm going to draw a circle off of that point, and that needs to be 0.44. So we'll say okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here to my center, and I'm going to draw a circle, and that one needs to be 4.5. So we'll accept that. Next one I need to do is one that is 6.5. So we'll click 6.5, and we kind of now have our basic shape of what's going on. We have our circle, but we need to come back in, and obviously we'll pattern that around, and we need to add this slot. And this is where things get kind of tricky, as well as this outside kind of box over here. So we're going to take those steps. I wanted to kind of fly through the easy things to start, and then we'll show you where we're going to go now. So let's start with the next easiest. We're going to do a center point rectangle, and I'm just going to start on here and then touch like so. Okay, if we look at our drawing, it says it needs to be 0.8 from where it touches the circle to the outside. So we'll type in right here 0.8, and if I did that on the right side, that would probably help. So that one needs to be 0.8. There we go. And then this one will move out. And this is kind of a cool example. Didn't do it on purpose, obviously. But what happens when you mess up? So we'll see that in our drawing, it says we have 1.80 from the top to the middle. So we can double that. So this is our geometry we can use. We can kind of use some algebra and say 1.80 times 2, and that'll give us our shape. So it's out, you'll see out 0.8, up 3.6, 1.8 times 2, and now we can go through and we can trim out our excess. So I can get rid of that, these lines here, and then I can undo here. And then just to make sure things don't move on us, I can say, hey, this still needs to be 0.8, so that'll stay overall defined. It'll stay defined as is, okay? Next step, we're gonna do our circular pattern. We're gonna select our circle here, change from our 3 to our 4 by double clicking and accept. And what's nice is because it's evenly spaced around that circle and we started on our origin, it automatically does where we need to. So things I've been asked before is people have asked, they're like, well, I didn't draw it on my origin. Is there something I can do? So we'll change this to 4. And you'll see that before I accept, I can actually move that where it's basing it off of. So maybe I wanted it patterned around that point right there for whatever reason. Obviously, that's not what we're doing today, but you could do it like so, and you could follow however you need to. So we're going to put it back there. If I wanted to tell it like a certain amount, maybe I only want to go 180, I could do half of it, split 4 between half, but we want it to go the full way around. We'll accept it, and you'll see we have our part there now. So next step we're going to do is this kind of cutout region right here. Okay, so we'll zoom in here. So kind of analyzing this a little bit, we need to draw a line that comes down and just keeps going off into space at a 45-degree angle perpendicular to this line that we made here. And that's going to give us our cutout, and our cutout, we'll mirror that over, and then we're going to connect the two and do a radius of 3.45. We also need to draw some lines an inch away from here, from our center line, and then we're going to add this arc of 2.4 and 3.2. So let's jump back in and kind of show you how to do that. We'll start with that outside piece, and what I need to do is kind of move some stuff out of the way. So if I see all this, what's nice is you can kind of shrink stuff down, just grab your dimension, kind of move it out of your way. Okay, we want this to continue out further, so I'm just going to use what's called the extend. So you press the letter X, click my line, and I'm going to bring it out to here because I need to base it off of this corner. So I just extended that construction line a little further out. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is draw a line, and that line needs to do 2 things. One, it needs to be tangent, and so we can get that to snap tangent like so, and you'll see it needs to be at a 45-degree angle. So if I checked from, if I did a line from here to here, let's say, that would need to be at 45, and it is because we based it off of that. Now, let's say you didn't have that part right, and you just kind of drew a spot off into space, and you tangented it like so. Okay, what you would need to do is, again, you would draw that line kind of out like so, and then I would move this until I was able to do here and here, and then till that 45 degrees, and then whatever was missing, I could come through and trim that up. And I know it's going to get angry, but it's because we over extruded it or over dimensioned it, and then it is like that, such. So we have that one piece there. I can now mirror it over to the other side, and now I need to add a radius of 3.45. So what I'm going to do is add me a circle, and you'll see everything is based off of that same center point. So I'm going to go here, center point, and I'm going to just kind of come out here. And if the radius is 3.45, so 3.45, the diameter would be times 2. So 3.45 times 2, and you'll see we have our shape now. So next thing I want to do is get rid of what I don't need. So I can get rid of this here, 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 here. There's our tangent line. And I can cut out all of this. Cut out there, cut out there. We can get rid of that old line from before. You'll see if we go ahead and click that, you'll see we start to have our shape. It's kind of angled, and then we have that arc there. Okay, so we'll jump back in. Next thing we need to do is draw a line. I'm just going to draw it about yay big. I'm not going to give it a dimension. And this is where I kind of fought with people before in the past, argued with them about whether things need to be fully defined or not. This is why I don't fully define everything until I want to. So first off, I'm going to mirror it. I'm going to mirror that line over this, and I'm going to tell it that, hey, this line needs to be an inch from that center line. And so what it'll do, it'll bring both of them in for me. So you see how it kind of moved that. Next thing I'm going to do is we're going to use the center point arc tool, and I'm going to click my center point here. I'm going to go here, track all the way to here. Radius here needs to be 3.2, so 3.2, enter. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Radius here needs to be 2.4, enter. And we have our shape. Last thing we need to do is come in and do a fillet. So Shift and F. I'm going to take this corner here and here and round those over by 0.22. And if we go ahead and extrude this, we'll just leave it at an inch. That is the final shape that you are looking for. So go ahead and make your piece, select your face. This is what I'm looking for when we calculate the final area. So a couple of things that might trip you up are probably going to be this angle here, this radius, this radii here, where to place exactly where to place the circles. Kind of a funky one. So I know some people swear by using like the 3-point arc tool. I like laying out the geometry. This is super messy, but it's going to get you to understand how to do things very simply based off of the same kind of center point without having to do all kinds of extra excess. So that's going to do it for us today. I hope you guys are digging this packet. I'm having fun kind of racking my brain trying to find some things to do to make things a little bit harder than what we've done in the past. So that's going to do it for us. You guys take care. See you next week.